Hey guys, this is Sean with Lightning Vapes. Today we're going to be looking at the Coil Master. I instantly fell in love with this thing. Makes really clean coils very easily, very quickly. It's a very lightweight device, very easy to carry in your vape toolkit. It's pretty versatile in the effect that it can handle anything down to 18 gauge wire. You can go as thin as you want, 34, 36, without any issues. I would caution you against 18 gauge, however. Just be very careful when using it. This is made out of aluminum, and I can see how it would get worn out or broken very quickly if you're not careful with the 18 gauge. But I don't see any problem with 20 gauge, 22 gauge, anything to that effect. I'm actually going to be using some 22 gauge here in a moment. First, let's take a look at the other diameters that we have. We have a rod that is 1 millimeter, 1.5, 2. 2.5 and 3. So everything from 1 to 3 in half millimeter increments. So the first step to making a coil with this nifty little jig, you have your base, unscrews. We're going to take one of these rods. I'm going to start with the 3 mil rod first. Go ahead and insert that into your base. I'll take the 3 mil head over here. Go ahead and thread a little bit of the Kanthal through the top, out the side hole. You're going to hang on to that piece. Okay, now we're going to take the head that goes with that rod, slide it on. I'm going to gently turn this around in a circle. I'm going to cut this piece of Kanthal short. That way I can get everything in this video here. And all you have to do is just gently turn. Initially what I wanted to do was squeeze the two pieces together while coiling. That's going to give you a coil that will wrap around over itself. You don't want anything overlapping. So really the only motion that you have to do is gently twist, apply enough pressure so that this doesn't just go flying off, but it really doesn't need very much pressure that way at all. Just focus on wrapping around, and then this screw right here will guide the wire around the rod. And you'll see that when we release pressure, the wire's pretty well tensioned. I was pretty surprised at the tension effect that we were able to get out of this little jig. To remove wire, you can either bend that leg up and pull your coil up. What I prefer doing is removing the rod first. Getting the coil out that way. That way it doesn't warp the coil. As you can see, that is a pretty clean coil. I'll try to show you the tension effect that you get with it. Tension in the effect that like the way a spring door springs inward, as does this coil. We just bent it a good bit there, but it tends to want to maintain its original shape. That's going to be more true with thicker wire, less true with thinner, but the theory, rather the law, still holds true. I'm going to attempt to get a little bit larger, a little bit longer of a piece of Kanthal in here, just so I can better show you the spring effect. And it's important that your coil prefers to maintain a continuous shape. Let's get that better in focus. There we go. Obviously you want to leave your legs a little bit longer so you have a bit of action to play with. But there we are. We'll slide it on the rod and you'll see I'll try to pull it apart, but it prefers to stay pretty well sprung in. So nice tight bond. It'll take practically no work with the tweezers, if any, to manipulate this after the effect upon installation onto your atomizer. That's a pretty clean coil. Overall, I'm very impressed with this. The price point of the Coil Concepts device was about $20 for a single diameter of coil that you'd like to wrap. This nifty little guy right now is selling for just under $11 on our website. I would say that is a hell of a deal versus the tobacco coil jig. It certainly performs much better. It does feel light duty. It doesn't feel super heavy duty, but on the same token, it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel flimsy. It doesn't feel like one wrong turn and the thing's going to snap, even with the heavier gauge wire. So the thinner gauge wire, 28, 30, 32, that'll be a snap. So that is the Coil Master. Currently, we only have them in blue. That may change in the future, but I thought we'd go with blue for the lightning vapes theme. And that is about that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope it helped. And as always, have a great day.